For many people in the United States, especially those who live in places like New York or Los Angeles, they would consider Morgan County, Alabama to be rural. Its largest city, Decatur, would be considered a small town. And compared to big bustling cities, they would be right. But Morgan County, Alabama, in particular the people of Morgan County, have had an oversized impact on life all over the planet, especially in the fields of space, science, and technology.
I think it's a crazy idea.
Well, most of ours are.
All right, whoa, get pressure.
There are people like Travis Taylor of Rocket City Redneck fame, or one of tonight's honorees, Destin Sandlin, and his YouTube channel, Smarter Every Day.
3, 2, 1.
There's astronaut Mae Jemison and Jody Singer, who heads up the Marshall Space Flight Center.
Absolutely so proud of my heritage, being able to grow up in such a fantastic town as Hartselle, Alabama, where education was a prime thing.
And there are those whose names might not be as familiar, but who accomplished things like putting a man on the moon. People like Jim Odom of Decatur, who was recruited by Dr. Warner von Braun.
Anybody basically in the Army that had an engineering or chemistry or physics degree and went to work on the von Braun team and working on Redstone and Jupiter missiles.
Ignition, maintain, lift off.
He was a remarkable man. He was a remarkable leader. He was a remarkable engineer, physicist, and he had absolutely respect of all of us.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
When the president made that commitment, of course, von Braun really wanted to do it. I think he obviously helped convince the president that we should and could do it. And we just took it as a absolute challenge. It was more than just a challenge, it was our job.
38-year-old American standing on the surface of the moon on this July 20th, 1969.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Of course, in 1969, Jim Odom and thousands of other people, many from right here in Morgan County, fulfilled that promise of getting to the moon by the end of the decade. Odom later transitioned to working on the Space Shuttle program and Hubble Space Telescope that changed our understanding of our galaxy and the entire universe.
The job of hitting the bullet fell to the Patriot missile.
Anyone who was alive during the 1991 Gulf War knows about the Patriot missile. But what most people don't know is that the Patriot was developed right here in North Alabama and by a lifelong Morgan County resident.
Well, I went to Union Hill High School and then went to University of Alabama.
After graduating from college, A.Q. Olaker went to work for the United States Army at Redstone. It was the height of the Cold War, and he and his group were tasked with developing a new air defense system.
Actually, it wasn't named Patriot yet. When I started working on it, it was just a new air defense program. They called it air defense for the 70s.
The United States used the system to effectively shut down Saddam Hussein's ability to use his Scud missiles to hit his neighbors, and the Patriot has been updated and is still in use around the world by America and its allies.
It went on to become world famous after we developed it and got it into service.
Liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket carrying SF-8 for the United States Space Force.
While the Patriot's primary purpose is military, at United Launch Alliance in Decatur, their rockets are being used across the board.
ULA takes great pride in delivering very critical assets and missions for national security space, NASA and space exploration, and a number of commercial customers that we have.
ULA's rocket factory is one of the top employers in Morgan County, and that means every day hundreds of people who call Morgan County home can honestly call themselves rocket scientists and rocket engineers.
Last time I checked, it was probably well in the 60 to 70% live in the Morgan County area. So we have a great Morgan County workforce, heavily dominated by Morgan County, and they're a great, very highly skilled workforce. We build from getting plate stocks or raw material in one end of the factory, and out the other end comes a completed rocket. We then take it down to the Tennessee River and load it onto onto a ship called the rocket ship. And it takes an 8-day journey down the Mississippi and into the Gulf and over to Cape Canaveral.
As you can see, every single day, people from Morgan County are changing the world and the way we see the world. That means for our students today, there are no limits. The opportunities to do great things are here for the taking.
What we have available right here in North Alabama is absolutely phenomenal. So my encouragement to students is listen, do your homework, but think outside of what you're seeing there and what you want to do. And look for people that's going to be in your life that will want to help you. And listen to them.